Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, today we've got a map from a part of the world that has had a lot of exposure on the workshop of late. So many maps from this part of the world. Yes, it's the WV part of the US of A. Now, the creator we have done 3 times in the past, but they've made a whole load more maps than that. In fact, there's so many, quite a few of them are actually on my to-do list, so don't be too surprised if we see more from them coming sometime pretty soon. Something else coming sometime pretty soon, if you watch out, will be appearing on your screen around about now. That's right, hit the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thanks for taking the time to do so. Today's map is Parkersburg WV by Deus ex Machina, and the thumbnail, common mistake, was taken at night. Let's have a look at that start square, shall we? Start square looks perfectly fine. We've got the dab of water, we've got the intersection with the roundabout. Yeah, can't really moan about that. What about the terrain heights? You can even make out the ridges of the blue ridges, although they're in green today. And then, well, the resources, especially with the oil on the right hand side, looks like somebody's taken out the colouring pens, doesn't it? Still, it's fine, you don't get to see them in game, you just get to experience them in game. The generic tree pack today will be using the Boreal summer theme from Mr. Miyagi, and because no LUT is prescribed, we'll be using the realistic 1.2, but you knew that one already. Okay, let's have a little look at the map. It's Deus ex Machina. They have done plenty of maps. If they can't do highways by now, then frankly, all hope is lost, isn't it? And as you can tell, they can do highways, so that's something. I'm guessing this is based on a real life location. Well, it's obviously based on a real life location. I'm assuming the highway kind of matches. We've only got the one highway today, and so if it's based on real life, I can't fault that really. A little bit of glitching in the road there, the terrain stress or the highway stress with the road there. And then we've got a missing pillar here with the rail going over. Conspicuous by its absence. I don't really have a huge issue, but it clearly is missing, so I think we should mention it. Heading down here towards the intersection, or what sort of intersection we've got today? Well, it would be a start square intersection, that's right. It looks a little bit like a space needle or an alien with tentacles or something, I don't know. Down here we've got a little bit of street lamp clipping, haven't seen that for a while. It's not actually in the highway, so we can kind of almost overlook it, but it's obviously glaring as well, so it's very hard not to. And then we'll head down towards the start square itself. 2-lane highways heading down in towards there with the roundabout on the end. We'll look at that in a moment. Straight after we've had a look at this. And this is Villa Cassagne, I don't know, by LordGruny. Yes, loved LordGruny's work. Always very clean lines on LordGruny's buildings, really, and their assets are just like, they shine. This one's got a little hidden treat as well. But before we have a look at that, factoids, because factoids. Pluto has a single moon, which moves at the same rate as the planet itself revolves. This means that anyone living on Pluto would always see the moon in the same place. And for anyone on the other side of the planet, the moon would never appear. There we are. Okay, let's have a little look underside here. Look, we've got parking. Let me go down the street level. We have parking under here. Now, if you're really clever and place your actual parking lots underneath, cars will actually park under here, just trying to get them not to drive through the walls of the building. That's going to be the trick. Anyway, Villa Cassagne by LordGruny. That is a very sweet little asset. I was really looking forward to doing that this week. Glad I did. Now, before we go back to the highways, you may notice with that roundabout, we've got 2-way highways on it. That might need upgrading or changing or fixing, because I don't know, maybe it is a 2-way roundabout in real life. It just seems a little bit odd to me to have a 2-way, But these things happen, and it probably is exactly like that. Not going to mark it down. I'm just pointing it out so that you can fix it if that's what you deem to be the right thing to do. Merge lanes here. Do I like this barrier on the left hand side? Is that obstructing the view of oncoming traffic? So I'm coming down there, going to merge in. Let me look over my shoulder at what traffic is coming. Oh, I've got a pretty good view actually. No, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. I'm going to let that one go. That's good. Sometimes though, sometimes you just can't see. I think it's probably because we're coming down the ramp. That gives it that little bit of extra view of the upcoming traffic. Again, nothing really to moan about with the roads here. Following the rail sort of as well here. Not really looking at the rail too much. I'm sure you may have been following it as we've been going along. But we're going to follow a different rail route when we look at the rail in a moment. Because basically we'll just be following back the same path pretty much. Otherwise, and well, we could do that. We could do it. But nah, we'll take the other route. So anyway, yes, we're going to skip over the map pretty quick today because there's not a huge amount of talking points, to be honest with you. Right, so we've got a rail that comes in here. This is the one we're going to follow. And then we've got the one over there. That's the one that follows the highway that we've just come down. So yeah, we could take that. I don't know. We'll take this one. I don't know where this goes actually, so it's going to be a little bit of an explore for me. I haven't followed this one. I know it doesn't go to the start square, so let's just see where it tracks, shall we? Anyway, yes. Well, as maps go, it's almost mundane. It's very ordinary. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I do like the terrain work as well. It's quite simplistic, simplifiedly done. I can't even. There's not even a word for it, is there? Simplistically isn't the right word, because the thing is, it looks good. It does the job. It's exactly what it says on the tin, and even the rail seems to be following an even track. Honestly, quite impressed. Quite impressed indeed. Right, intermission time, and then we'll do the shipping routes and stuff. Shipping routes, anybody on this map?
Fed up with vanilla or ploppable parking lots in your city? Wondering what Bonnie Deus Parking Lots Roads is all about? Then you need BonBonB's Parking Lots tutorial. Click the information button below.
And so the shipping routes on Parkersburg, WV by Deus Ex Machina. There aren't any, so we can skip that. Okay, let's have a look at the water flow. Now this will be more interesting. We have water flow. We do. We've got rivers. Let's check these rivers. Okay, down here we've got water flow going downstream. Good. We want it to go downstream. That is the plan. Downstreams, then follow the river this way, and widens a little bit here. Oh, it's going upstream here, and that is going downstream there. What's going on here? It widens. Oh, what betting there's a water source in this widened part of the river. I'll bet that's what's going on there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we are. So we've got a reversed water flow with the water going upstream now. Upstream, and oh no, now we're going downstream again. Oh, we should make up your mind. Downstream down here, and that loops around this way, and then we've got a little island in the middle of the river there, and oh, I don't know. The water is all over the place, and I'm baffled and confused as to why it doesn't need to be. It just doesn't need to be. We've got a decent build plane in the middle of the map, surrounded by and we've got a dense forest, dense forest, and all vanilla trees. Well, apart from the generic tree pack, which is really light on the. It's a good mix. Even the silver birch style vanilla trees do work quite well in that tree mix. So credit for that one. We've got the ridged mountains here. These look absolutely amazing. It's good work there, and the texture, good choice of textures of theme there to make the hills really pop as well. And then over here, we've got more ridges over here. These lumpy bits here, that's fine. And then the ridges run down that way, which is all cool. All very nice indeed. The river this way is, do you know what? There's not really too much to talk about, is there really? What do you think of the map? What do you think? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We'll use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Well, only you can decide. What do I think? I think it's pretty mundane. There's nothing horrendous about it at all. But does it pop? Not really. But aesthetically, let's be fair. I kind of like it. It doesn't shine, but I kind of like it. I like the way that the hills have been done. Kind of like the river network, sort of. I'm going to give it a solid 3. Detailing is not bad. 1 or 2 things that could be done to switch things up a bit. Doesn't really pop again. It's just adequate, and hey, that's fine. That's enough for a playable map. So 3 stars for detailing. Gameplay potential. All the rivers this way, and then it's that way, and then it's this way, and then it's that way. And I would give this a higher rating if we had a sensible river system. But as it is, I can only really give it 3 because there's not too much wrong with it. There you go. Parkersburg WV by Deus Ex Machina. Flew through that review pretty quickly, which means I can go to bed early tonight. No, that's not why I did it. It wasn't just that much to talk about, really. It's just a mundane, ordinary map, and it will suit some of you very nicely indeed. And the comments on the workshop were pretty positive, so there we are. Well, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Got Duvo coming back on Friday. Don't miss it. We'll be building an intersection. Yes, I do love an intersection. And I'll see you very, very soon.